Hey guys, final bit of advice for you before the AP exam tomorrow. I know you're going to do a fantastic job. If you're looking for those last couple minute things to do, go to apgov.org and then click the Review US. And this is that page that I've sent you many, many times already this year via text message. But I've created a new little section at the bottom, the 2017 cram for the exam for those last second things. I did make you a video of how to FRQ. I highly recommend you look at that. This is where Hopkins scores go up because you're good writers. And you can make up for maybe some wrong free response questions, some wrong multiple choice questions on the FRQ portion of the exam. Please watch it. The next thing is reading the course description. And I have a PDF linked for you. And what this is it is the description from the College Board of every unit that we've studied and what the questions will likely be about. If it's not in here, they can ask a question about it. So I think this would be well worth the time for you to read. And then look what comes a little later here. There is multiple choice questions as practice with the key at the bottom. So some more freebie, real deal AP questions. And I-bouncing applies not only to FRQing, it also applies to MCQing. And here's a little brain trick for you. When we read the question, the Americans with Disabilities Act, which provides protections for the disabled, is an example of what typically happens in our brain if you get down to two options that you think it might be. Let's say you think it's maybe a federal mandate or maybe it's dual federalism, D or E. What you start doing is focusing just on D and E, and our brain can only hold two comparison elements at a time. And what we've forgotten about is the question again. So when you get stuck in that point where you go, I don't know if it's D, I don't know if it's E, stop, I bounce up, reread the question, and chances are you missed something. Your brain forgot something, and it will snap together, and you'll say, oh, the answer is E. Let's go back to the review sheet. Always, 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 before going into an AP exam, make sure you review incorporation theory or incorporation doctrine. This is a video that reminds you how you take the 14th Amendment and the Due Process Clause and you combine it with something from the Bill of Rights, and that creates a new right that protects you from your state governments. Absolutely essential you understand this very complex process and some of the court cases that go with it. Another thing, Federalist 51, ambition counteracts ambition. I think we're going to hear about checks and balances on this year's exam. And I have a link here to remind you what some of those are. But just going back, Federalist 51, remember those were the documents that were trying to convince people to vote for the Constitution. And checks and balances and separation of powers is a big part of that, something to review. And then finally, this is just a little bit of gut for me, how justices are added to the Supreme Court. In the last year, we had Antonin Scalia die. We had Obama nominate somebody who didn't get put on the court because the Republicans in the Senate wouldn't even hold hearings and confirmation hearings on him. And then we've had a brand new person on the court in the first 100 days of the Trump presidency. There might be a little something there that they want to play with. Okay, I'll send you out a text tonight that will show you where to go, what room to be at. Remember, here it's at the high school. You're going to do amazing. I'll try to stop in and say hi to you tomorrow. Good luck.